Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the PS5 Career Mode. This is episode number 76. And today we're returning with the season finale and our first ever European final as we take on Bayern Munich in the Champions League final, going for our first ever double against the German champions. Of course, we got to the final, beating Hertha Berlin by 2-1 over 2 legs, courtesy of that sensational Charles Ball goal in the second leg in West London. Bayern Munich beat Big Josh's Valencia by the same scoreline over 2 legs. I can imagine, last minute, it's 1-1 over 2 legs, corner Bayern, and Big Josh heads it into his own goal. It'll make him stronger for the experience. He'll come back stronger, I'm sure, to set up this final of champions, if you will. The English champions versus the German champions. As we know, Bayern Munich have been dominating German football for a long time. Same in the same as well. They've won the Bundesliga, so it's the German champions versus the English champions for a right to be called the European champions. So, heading into the game, the season finale, as you can tell, is indeed a live commentary. It will be a live Q&A today. I get my questions from Twitter. Thank you so much to everyone that's been asking me questions on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter. Let's go 8 minutes today. Where are we playing? Where are we playing today? Is that the, where is that? That's not the Johan Cruyff Arena, is it? Is that just a weird angle? It is. It's just a weird angle. It didn't look like it there, but I guess it was. Sorry, just lost my train of thought there. Yeah, get my question from Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, it's at @DocLanders. I'm well worth a follow on Twitter as well, guys. I know I say it every time, but I don't tweet like 1,000 times a day and clog up your feed. You know those guys and girls that just like sit and tweet like 50 times a day, and public tweets as well, not just replies. I'm not like that at all. Like I'm active on there, but I don't clog up your feed, and yeah, I'm definitely worth a follow, no doubt about that. So thank you to everyone for asking the questions. I'll try and get around to answering as many as possible, but of course that is very difficult to do when I ramble on like crazy. No, it wouldn't be fair. I can't drop Jed for the Champions League final. He's held down the fort all season long, but Reece is fully recovered. But it wouldn't be fair on Jed to drop him for the CL final. I want Perez on the bench, though. I want Messi's regen on the bench. But who do I take out? Grady or Bright? It's got to be Bright, surely. Yeah, I love Bright. We love Bright to pieces, but it's a natural choice. They're both right-footed. D and Gannon's the left foot, so we'll go with Bright missing out. And yeah, so let's do it. So yeah, thank you for the questions, guys. Really appreciate it. And I'll try and get around to as many as possible. And also as well, I do want to say real briefly before we start the game off as well, thank you so much for all the support on the series. This is our 6th season. We're about to end it. And of course, this is episode 76. I've said this before, I have never, ever, and I mean ever, played through a career mode at this pace before. I've never done this before. Never have I played a career mode at this pace before. 76 episodes in my previous career modes was like 3 seasons. We're ending season 6 on the 76th episode. This is like double the speed of a regular career mode. It takes so much time to play through the seasons, as I'm sure you know, and get all these videos out. It takes an awful lot of work, it takes an awful lot of time, it takes an awful lot of effort, but it's worth it when I see the support from you guys. You have given me great, tremendous support since the very first episode all the way to this season finale in season 6. So thank you so much for all the lovely supportive messages and comments, likes, views, just in general, all the support you guys have given me since the first episode has been amazing. So thank you so much for that. You guys have really taken to this series. I've never played a series at this pace before. We've had such an interesting timeline and change of the team. You know, selling star players, selling players that could have become heroes, bringing back former fan favorites. You know, you guys have loved this series, and it's been so great how you guys have been so supportive. So thank you so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. And also as well, I really want to say, real briefly as well, very quickly, if you haven't seen the first episode of my brand new series uploaded this morning, please check it out after the Champions League final, guys. It should be an absolute cracker. It's called Cork to Glory, and I've never done a series like this before. Basically, we're taking Cork City, the worst team in FIFA 21. We've popped them in the League 2 of England, so the 4th and final tier in the game. And we're going to take them, or try and take them, from the worst team to the best team in FIFA. It's going to be probably my longest road to glory ever. I've never started in the 4th tier of English football before. It's going to be so much fun. Again, they're the worst team in FIFA. If you haven't checked it out, then please, 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 please do so after watching the Champions League final. I'll leave a link to the video in the description. Cork to Glory, my next project. I literally cannot wait to get going with it. It's going to be so, so much fun. So, as we're about to dive into the final, unfortunately, we haven't seen the lineups unless you're about to come after these little team photos. Oh, this is so frustrating. Why does this happen sometimes? Sometimes in finals, EA don't show the lineups, and it's really frustrating because you've got to get them through the player rating section, and it just looks really B-techy. Oh, what? Okay, well, okay. This is not the first time it's happened, and it won't be the last. So, as for the teams then, you'd have seen Bayern's team for the game anyway. It is, of course, a 4-2-3-1, just like ours, and it's really good. Lucas Hernandez, Presnel Kimpembe, De Vrij, Diogo Dalot, Kimmich the captain, Zakaria, Sane on the left, Chukwueze on the right, Richarlison's up top for them. This is going to be a tough game, but bring it on, man. Bring on Bayern. It's a battle of the champions for the right to be the kings of Europe. Come on, you arse. Let's get into the questions as well. And the first question comes from Noah, and he says, when did you realise the ball would be a star player, and will you keep his number 28? Yes, he will keep number 28. I was thinking, funnily enough, that I might change his number to number 7 after Adel Taarabt retired. But then I thought, you know what? Like Jason and number 15, 28 is the Bull's number. It's an iconic number for Mr. Bull. What a miss! If he was number 7, he wouldn't have missed that. Oh, what a miss! Hands on his head. Charles storming down the left. Cuts inside, as he loves to do, the reverse Iron Robin, and misses the target. Charles. Mate. Great aggressive start to the game, but we should be 1-0 up. How did he miss the target from there? Unbelievable. But I think I realised that the Bull would be a star player, to answer your second question, when he scored those 2 game winners against Wickham and Millwall back in Season 1. He scored 2 game winners in like 3 games, and I was like, okay, this kid's going to be the real deal. You know, he's got the name, he's got the nickname, he's got the appearance with the red tape, he's got the backstory from the streets of Hackney to the Champions League final. Yeah, that was when I realised, I think, after the 2 game winners he scored, it'd be the chance of being the star of the show, and he certainly lived up to every single expectation. But he should have made it 1-0. What a chance, and I absolutely blew it. Come on. And the next question comes from Dan. He says, do you ever miss Friday night streams on Twitch? Yeah, I do, Dan. I really do. For those that might not have been on my channel back then, this was back in late 2015 when I first moved up to Manchester. Every Friday night for about 2 hours from around 8 PM UK time to 10 PM UK time, I would stream on Twitch, hence the question. And I think we did a Valencia career mode together, and it was a lot of fun. It was really, really fun just to sit down and chat to you guys like I am right now, and yeah, it was so much fun. But the problem I have, and would still have, is obviously, as many of you guys know, I've got a very outdated old iMac. It's like 8 years old, and it's not got very good power, and for some reason, I don't know why, but I just can't get OBS set up. Oh, great save, and the Ball's in the mood tonight, you can tell. I just can't get OBS set up. I've tried, and I mean literally countless times, but for some reason I can't get the streaming software to work for my Mac, so the only thing I can do is stream directly via Elgato, which just captures the gameplay, and it captures my audio. Now for YouTube videos, that's not too big of a deal, because I can edit stuff in post, I can chop and change things around, you know, put fancy graphics on the screen and whatnot. But for Twitch, I've mentioned many times before, nowadays, Twitch has exploded, especially over the past year or two. There's so many streamers out there. No one's going to watch me when it's just literally, there's no face cam, there's no music, there's no graphics, there's no, you know, stuff like that. It's literally just me, and yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I'd love to do streaming again. I had so much fun back in the day, but unfortunately, due to my limited capabilities with what I could offer you, it just wouldn't be fun enough to Oh, I thought that was in to make it worth your time. What a start though. 16 minutes into the game, a Breccian Ball in the mood tonight. I thought that crept in there. Goalkeeper saw it late. Didn't get anywhere close to it. I thought that crept in. What a start. Keep it going. Keep it going. That first goal is coming. And the next question comes from Rio, and he says, this will be hard to answer, but what is your all-time favourite career mode save that you've done? This is a great question because I can never answer it. I love getting this question because, as I say before, like, you ask me on one day and I'll give you one answer. You ask me the next and I'll say something different. Like, you ask me today and I could be like, oh, the Sheffield United save last year was amazing. And you ask me tomorrow and I'm like, oh, the QPR save, loved it to pieces. I can't answer this question. This is a question I think for you guys. So in the comment section down below today, guys, get involved. Get involved. What is your favourite Docs career mode? What's the favourite career mode of mine you've watched? Let me know in the comment section down below. What is your favourite Docs career mode? So the next question comes from Fiona Apple, and they say, are you still vegan? Yes, I am indeed. How is it going? Very well. That looked on side to me. It wasn't there. Yeah, it's going great. It's going great. I've got no plans to ever eat meat, fish, or dairy again. I'm not a preachy vegan at all. I'm never, like, none of my friends are vegan or vegetarian or even pescatarian. They all eat meat, fish, and dairy. But I don't preach to them about it. I don't even talk about it. No, it's done wonders for my health. There's no doubt about that. I feel better than I've ever felt before. But yeah, I would always encourage people to do their own research and not just, like, you know, here's some anecdotal evidence about how vegan changes someone's life. So okay, I'm going to cut everything out. No, do your own research about the diet. You've got to do it properly to make it, you know, nutritious enough, if you will. So you get all the right nutrients and vitamins and so on. But yeah, to me it's been amazing. I've got no plans to ever eat fish, meat or dairy again. I feel great since I turned vegan, and yeah, it's going really, really well. But I'll never be that preachy, oh, if you eat meat, then you're a murderer. I'm going to throw red paint around a butcher shop. Because it's just stupid. That's not going to help anything or change anyone's mind. Anyway, next question comes from Matteo. And Matteo, I'm going to get to your question in just a second. But Nonny with Duke's on the run, and I just can't get things sorted with Nonny. And Matteo says, favourite youngsters in the Prem. Well, there's a lot. There's a lot that I like to keep a close eye on. Billy Gilmore, Martinelli, Mason Greenwood, so on and so forth. But I think my favourite youngster of the lot is Bukayo Saka. I look out for the Arsenal scores and I'm always like, who got the goal? Like, you know, when you play fantasy football, who got the goal? Oh, never mind. Who got the assist? You know, that's what I'm like when I look at the Arsenal results. Who got the goal? Who got the assist? I like to see Bukayo Saka get involved. I'm a huge fan. He's such a young man. He's such a massive talent. I think there's big things in the future for Bukayo Saka, and I certainly hope his career does pan out the way I'm envisioning it to be. He's a great young wonder kid, and I'd say he's my favourite. A little bit of a collision there between Tomori and Gomez. In fact, the pass was poor, and Freddie picks it up. Game's died down a little bit now. Game's died down a little bit. Bayern have sort of weathered the early storm, and since then, we haven't had that many chances. That's a poor ball by Eze. Should have gone through the middle instead. So I think Saka will be my favourite youngster in the Prem right now. There's quite a few I'm keeping my eyes on. And Tom says, are you considering bringing back the club and country saves in the future? I was thinking about doing a Welsh one this year because finally, after so many years. Oh, it's a brilliant ball. Oh, what a save. Freddie Woodman is the king of one-on-ones. What a save. That stop against Arsenal we'll never forget. And we might not forget this one against Sane. Off the right knee. What a stop by the former Magpie. Keeps us tied at 0-0. I was thinking about doing a Welsh one this year, just the fact that you can now scout Wales finally after all the years. But I would like to wait and see if Wrexham get into a League 2 next year, or if EA add the Vanarama National League as a playable league. I'd love that, by the way. I'd love the National League as a playable league in FIFA. That would be absolute class. Oh, what a ball. And thankfully Gomes is there with the interception. But yeah, that's why I didn't do the Welsh club and country I was thinking this year, just in case we do see Wrexham either get promoted or the National League get put into FIFA next year. I think it'll be a really interesting team to do with the Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney takeover. But where you going, son? Where you going? Duke. David. Oh, I can't find an opening. There's Richards. Oh, I didn't mean to peg it that far back. I was looking for bloody Eze. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a German one. I haven't done a German one yet. I think that would be quite fun. Or possibly even a Portuguese one. That could be quite interesting. But yeah, possibly at some point in the future. But oh, David fires just wide from the header. I'm not too sure. And the next question comes from Matt, and he says, if you could have one feature added to career mode, what would it be? Oh, the squad hub. Bring it back, EA. Please bring the squad hub back. I bloody loved it. I miss it so much, but I guess that's not an addition. It'll be a bring back. If I could have one feature added, what would it be? If I could add a new feature, it would be online, an online mode for career mode, because I think that's the one thing that's really missing from the game mode. I really do. I mean, I think the game mode. He's saying, what the hell was that? I think the game mode is so much fun, and as I often say, if you're a real football fan, you'll enjoy playing career mode. But I think that the problem is, oh, what a touch! Oh, and he just bottled it. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god, I've just conceded to a stand tackle. That's possibly the worst goal I've ever conceded in FIFA. And it's in a Champions League final. I think online gameplay is really missing from career mode because I'm just going to try and sweep that under the rug. That never happened. Yeah, I think online gameplay is really missing from FIFA career mode because at the end of the day, like, there's nothing better than playing with your mates and having the sort of banter that you can have, you know, that you have in pro clubs or if you're playing co-op seasons or whatever. You know, that's missing from career mode, I feel. You know. You don't need to have 20 human-controlled teams because that'll be a nightmare, you know. But you know, just having like even just two-player functionality, you know, as opposing teams, you know, one controls Man City, one controls Man United, and you play through the careers together. I think that's what's missing. You sit down at 7 for a couple of hours for a game. I think that's what's missing really from the game mode. You know, it's a great fun game mode to play. Oh, what a big block by McKennie. We almost went 2-0 down, and that would have been it. There's no way we'd come back from that. Go on, Charles. Go on, Charles. I see Weston. And that is a shocking pass. Yeah, I think that's what's missing. Online gameplay. The game mode is a lot of fun to play. At times it can be repetitive playing against the AI, and you miss out on the fun and the banter you can have with your mates knowing it's just a single player game only. And Bayern have really woken up after a very tough start to the game. Oh, team makes everything better. Not everything. I can't believe this. Easiest goal he'll ever score, and it's a Champions League final. My goodness. Yeah, I think online gameplay is the one feature I'd have added. And John says, ever think about Jackie Chan sing these days? Well, a little bit more now the Cork to Glory save has started. I don't think he's even in FIFA nowadays, is he? One of my biggest cult heroes ever. Look at these stats. This sums the game up right here. Had more of the ball, had more of the chances. The finishing's been shocking, and we conceded to a bloody stand tackle. Unbelievable. And Ding Dong Bozo says, favourite NBA player to watch? Well, obviously my hero, my idol, my role model, my father, my father figure at least, LeBron James. My favourite NBA player to watch, of course. Try and watch all of his games if I can. If not, then at least a highlight to his individual performance. But if I can't say LeBron, then I'd say Luka Doncic. I love the players that have just got so much flair. The players that are just so talented, the players that have got the eye for vision. I love the great passers of the league as well, you know. Oh, brilliant. This is... Right, everyone just be quiet. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. Every day of the week, baby. Every day of the week. That should at least be a booking, but the referee's going to keep his cards in his pockets. Interesting. But yeah, if I can't say Mr. James, then definitely... Luka Doncic for sure. But I must say LaMelo has been really fun to watch in his early start to his NBA career as well. He's been really fun to watch, no doubt about it. So yeah, LaMelo's been great fun. I don't like the Bulls brother's dad. I can't stand LeVar Ball, but LaMelo's great. And of course, I've got to give it to the boys. The Champions League final, it's a Doc's career mode. What do you expect, baby? What do you expect? Ice in his veins. Charles Ball 1-1. David missed a penalty. Very recently, no, not very recently, it was during the season anyway, but Charles was never going to miss. I think I've got a 100% conversion ratio with Charles. Of course he'd have to take it. And Charles, goalkeeper rooted to the spot, wasted all his energy on taking down Eze, and the ball puts us back with it. Right, come on now. Come on now, seriously. Totally mocked up with that goal, but come on. Fresh start, clean slate, 1-1. Play from now. Game kicks off now. Come on. You know when you're like playing junior football at like 12 and you're like winning like 4-5, 12-0. Schnell, boys. Go on, boys. Schnell. Memories. Next question comes from Chase, the creator. He says, who is your favourite failed wonder kid? Great question. Cherno Samba. The story is fascinating. If you've not read about his story, it's really fascinating. What was it? Was it CM4? His grossly overrated potential. Yeah, Cherno Samba. If you've not seen or read anything about the story of Cherno Samba, I encourage you to do a little quick Google search later. You'll find tons of article on him. It's a really fascinating story. So yeah, Cherno Samba for sure. We're sort of at the moment like, oh, Big Andy's gone down. He's in pain. He's not getting up from that. Oh, Big Andy, captain, leader, legend, injured, highest rated player in the team, and he's off. And do you know what really annoys me about FIFA as well is that you can't change captains in the game? Because you know who I'd be giving the armband to right now? Mr. Bull. But I can't do it. He is our vice captain, but I can't make him captain. I wonder if there's a way. You know when you can like, it changes when you like change players around? Who would have it now? Tamori. That will go to Gomez. Oh no, I'm going to try and change it around, but I don't think I'll be able to because the ball won't have enough of a rating. Who will take it now? McKenny. Who will take it now? Oh, it'll be Gomez or Tamori, wouldn't it? And I'm going to be out of subs. Oh, I can't get it to... Who do I want then? McKenny, Tamori or Gomez to wear the armband? I think... it's got to be McKenny, right? It's got to be the American, surely. Yeah, I think the American. And let's not put Perez and Kelman on as my centre-back, shall we? Oh, it's so frustrating you can't do that. You can't change the captain during game, because you know Charles will take the armband at this point. He's wearing captain's armband in our spirit. He's beating... No, do you know what Charles is doing? It's selfless. Selfless. He's saying, Weston, you take it, son. Weston, you take it. Oh, dear. Next question comes from... Oh, I can't believe Andy's off. I can't believe he's off. Next question comes from Kels, and Kels says, how are you? Make a lot of videos for us, which is so helpful during lockdown, so may as well check on how you're doing. Oh, that's very kind of you to say, Kels, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm coping with the lockdown pretty well, I must say. Much better than I was expecting. I think for me what it is that's really frustrating though is the fact that I just don't feel like I'm making progression in my life right now. I feel like my life's sort of on hold at the moment. And like, I don't know, I feel like I'm a bit of a perfectionist to be honest, and I do feel at times like I'm just... That's a brilliant ball. John Boy! Oh! What a finish! Get to the camera! John David! What a finish! What a finish by the Canadian. The captain off, but the ball taken over as the leader. A goal, an assist. What a through ball. What a quick little stop, and what a finish by the number 9. Our two-star players turning the game on its head. Forget about that comical own goal. Well, not an own goal, but the goal we conceded. Oh, what a response in this second half. Get in. Come on, you R's. Oh, what a brilliant camera angle. Yeah, I'm described as a bit of a perfectionist by some of my friends. I'm always wanting more, you know. I'm never settling, ever. It's a good and a bad personality to have, because you're always striving for better, you're always looking for ways to improve, but also, when things like this happen, when there's not really much you can do to improve, and you've got a lid on the basket, and you've got a ceiling above you, it's very frustrating, because you feel like your life is just stagnating, and there's nothing you can do about it. So at the moment, go on McKenny. Oh! Oh! Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. Charles, that should have been your moment. That should have been your second and our third. I've totally fluffed me lines there. Right at the goalkeeper. Do you know what I should have done? The classic stop and turn. The reverse iron Robin. It was set up perfectly as well, and I totally blew it. Yeah, so at the moment, I just feel like my life's just been on hold, you know, and I'm just stagnating. You know, what I plan to do this year, I actually mentioned my New Year's resolutions back in the FA Cup final against... not again. Against Man City back in Season 2. I was planning to learn to drive this year, and it's so frustrating because The lockdown was announced the day after I planned to book my driving lessons, and I was so frustrated because I don't get me wrong, I get it. I do. I'm not one of those people that's very, you know, aggressive towards the lockdown. I totally understand it, and I totally appreciate the government's predicament. And oh, what a ball! Oh, what a finish! What a finish! Caught me out with a quick through ball. In behind the back line, and it's 2-2. Cracking final. This guy's got a brace, and much more difficult of a finish. But he took it brilliantly. Freddie comes out to meet him. He's not going to make the save this time. That is brilliant. Tomori out of position, but to be honest, you have to tip your hat there. Perfect through ball, perfect finish, 2-2. Could have gone 3-1 up, blew the chance, and I get punished for it. That's an AI on Ultimate Strike, that is. 2-2. Yeah, I just feel like I'm stagnating at the moment. I feel like my life's on hold, and I just want to make more progression, you know. I feel like I don't know, I just feel like at the moment I'm doing well to cope. I'm doing all I can do, but I just feel like I should be doing more. I always feel like I should be doing more. And at a situation like this, there's not much I can do, you know, due to the restrictions and where we are as a society right now. So, yeah, I'm fine, and thank you for asking, but... Oh, what a tackle. What a last-ditch tackle. I didn't want to shoot near post again. Oh, I think we'll have another chance to win this in normal time, you know. But I think Bayern might as well. This is really, really fascinating. What do? We're missing the captain. We're missing the boy. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do. And thank God that man's coming off. Why are they taking him off? Why are they taking him off? He's been on absolute flames. So yeah, to answer your question, I feel like I'm doing very well, and thank you for checking up on me. But again, I think a lot of people like me feel this way. I just feel like I could be and should be doing more, and there's not much I can do, which makes it even more frustrating. Oh, what a save by Bernardoni. Ball's feeling it though. Charles right now is getting into that mood where he's in takeover mode. You know, he's in that sort of LeBron James takeover mode feeling now. That was almost in. What a brilliant save. I think I need to keep on looking for Charles. I think I've got to run the offense through Charles now, because he's really feeling it. Next question comes from, as that header is away, and we'll pick it up with Joe. Next question comes from Braden. He says, all-time favourite FM series. This is a brilliant question, because, like, you know, earlier when I was asked about my favourite career mode series, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, they're all so good. With FM, there's only one answer, the Cardiff save. It's just one answer, the Cardiff save. There's no comparison for me. Like, the Norwich save was class. I really enjoyed that last year. I've had some good ones like the Swanseas and the Hulls and the Millwalls, but the Cardiff save is just a cut above. It's legendary. It's iconic. There's nothing better than that. If you didn't watch the save, I encourage you to go back and watch it. It's an iconic Football Manager series, and oh, without question, it's my favourite. The alpha male, Jason. Paleo Maria, the shy wonder kid that could never turn up in the big games until he could. You know, the Portuguese legend of Pedro Antonio and Pedro Goncalves. Sorry, Helder Goncalves even. You know, you live by Onani. Just too cult of a series, that one, to have any come close to it. Yeah, favourite FM series of all time, Cardiff Save. If you've not watched it and you're looking for like a long-term series to watch, and one of mine would be nice for me, of course, then yeah, I recommend you guys watch the... oh, I'm losing my voice a bit here. I'd watch the Cardiff Save if I were you. It was absolutely fantastic. Oh, what a final. I can see someone nicking this. I'm feeling a little bit nervous here. Do I make a change? Do I bring on Charlie? Do we go 4-1-2-1-2 diamond wide? Be brave. Take off McKennie. I don't know. Do we bring on Perez? We know that Majuk struggles. Do we bring on Messi's regen? I don't know. Oh my god, I don't know what to do here. I'll answer a question whilst I'm considering this. Harvey says, how can you make a career mode more realistic? Because I struggle with the difficulties of play Ultimate with competitor mode, and I still win a lot of games. How can I make the results more realistic? Because I'm at the top of the league with a 4.5-star team. Please use commas next time. Just kidding. For me, best way to make it a bit more realistic, Harvey. First things first. Record statistics. Record statistics, because this will make what I say next a lot easier. No, I'm going to keep these subs for now. Record statistics, but take note of what's going on in the league right now and adjust sliders. Oh, dangerous corner. Yes, easy save, Freddie. Take note of what's going on in the league right now, and yeah, adjust your sliders accordingly. So, for example, if you're facing a team that are bottom of the table, they've struggled all season long, and they're the league's lowest scorers, then increase the shot error for the AI opponent, because the likelihood is they're not going to score against you, or probably won't score many. So increase the shot error, so that makes it more realistic. If you're taking on a top of the table team, and it's a top of the table clash, first versus second, for example, and you're taking on the league's top scorers, then decrease the shot error, for example, to make it harder to not concede against them, because likely it is top scorers in the league, toughest game of the season, they're probably going to score at some point. So it's all about adjusting on a game-by-game basis to what's going on in the save so far. And also, you know, again, record those statistics, because it really comes in handy. You know, you'll find throughout the course of a season or a series, you might have a little bogey team here and there. Like, for example, we've got a bogey team. We've got West Ham and Aston Villa, they're our bogey team. So when we play them, I'll often give those guys a slight slider adjustment, especially away from home. Why? Because it's realistic. We struggle against them consistently. We've done that throughout the course of the save. So it's realistic to expect... Oh, what a save! What a save! How did he get fingertips on that? What a save! That was it with so much power. So yeah, record statistics and adjust the sliders accordingly. It's a great way to keep the series realistic. And also, don't just buy all the... I know your problem seems to be more of the results and the gameplay itself, but also don't just buy all the classic wonder kids. And look for more of a realistic transfer policy, and take things slower as well. Take things slower. Don't look to win everything in 2 or 3 seasons. Take things slower. It'll be more realistic. You'll get more into the save. It'll be more challenging, and I guarantee you'll enjoy it more as well. What a save. Go on, Joe. No, don't strike it. Don't strike it. Oh, I don't want any of these boys to strike. He's A. Bull. Keep it in play. I don't know where I'm going here. I literally don't know where I'm going. He's A. Wilkinson's on the edge. Don't want to give possession away, because Bayern hit us on the counter for their second goal. I don't want it to happen again. McKennie. David. Ah, it's a shocking ball. I was going for Eze. Didn't make any forward movement though. Just stood there. I'll tell you what, if we concede in the dying seconds, I'm going to absolutely cry. I'm going to absolutely cry. I will get to the next question in just a moment's time, but I'm going to cry if Bayern score a late goal. Oh, Omar's been beaten. The ball, put pressure on. Zakari is forward. Kingsley Coman. Oh, I want the referee to play for full time now. I want extra time now. I can see them scoring. Late goals are so common in this year's FIFA. Well done. Who was that? Tamori, I think it was. No! I just completely choked it. I just completely choked it. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Oh, Andy got the big injury, didn't he? Oh, no. Why did I play 8-minute halves? Well stood up, Omar. Oh, no, 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 no. I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. Oh, thank God he played it backwards. That through ball was so accurate. Right on the edge. Richarlison, no. Don't give him space. Oh, Woodman. Oh. Next question comes from Bram. What's been your best memory during this pandemic? Freddy is so good. Please no. Please no. Yes, Western. Go on, John boy. Go on, John boy. How is he not getting away from Josh Kimmich there? How has he not got the pace? Oh, Charles, I could have won it. I should have won it. I had 3 options: near post, far post, or cutback, and I think either of the 2 would have resulted in a goal, and I went for the latter. I think if I would have taken that shot with Charles, I think it would have gone in. And I was like, oh no, I've got to cut it back. David's there. Blew it. What a final. What a final. And this could go either way. It seems like we've been on top on paper. I think it's been incredibly balanced, and it could go either way. And we've got 30 more minutes. Do we go for this now? Do we go brave? I'm fine having Cameron as an anchor man and taking Weston off. I like his energy and I love his versatility, but I'm going to go for this. I'm going to go for this and risk losing it by going for a game winner. Charlie, on. Do I phase the ball through the middle or keep him out left? Because I've got Perez sitting there and I wouldn't be against bringing off Eze for him. Taking off Robin for Messi's Wonder Kid. Regen, the Wonder Kid. No. Not yet. But I will bring on Perez for Majuk. But if I make this sub, I'll have no more left. Oh, tough decision here. As Bram says, sorry Bram, I've spent about... I'm going to even delay your question even longer because I have a cup of tea while I think about this massive decision. It's getting to that stage now. You know when you're drinking tea and it's like it's on the edge of becoming... Like, just past... There's a stage when you're drinking tea where it goes from, like, lukewarm to a bit too cold. I'm at that edge now. I'm at the edge. Basically, if you put it down again, the next time you pick it up, it'll be too cold. So it's either you down it now, or you just risk losing half your tea. Two big decisions to make here. So Brown says, what's been your best memory during this pandemic? I will get round to it in a second and make this sub as well. Oh, I drank it all. And I'm bringing on Perez and Majuk. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, yes, no, yes, 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 yes. Don't overthink. Don't overthink. Don't overthink. Gomez takes the armband for extra time. Here we go. Bram, I am so sorry. I've spent about 5 minutes delaying your question, but it's a really good one. What's been your... You're all sitting there thinking, get on with it, mate. Seriously, put your bloody tea down. It's not the end of the world if you have to chuck half a mug out. Best memory during this pandemic. Best memory. I think I've reconnected with some old friends, which has been really nice. So I think probably that. Yeah, I've reconnected with quite a few old friends, and that's been great, you know, because I don't make as much of an effort as I should to keep up to date with my friends. I would admit I'm a very busy person. I have a lot to do during my days, and you know, now that I live up north, and you know, my original friend group, my main original friend group, if you will, we're sort of like all split over the country now. A lot of them have stayed down in the southeast, but most of us are sort of split over the country. I've got some friends living down south, some living up north, some living in, well, wherever really. But I don't make as much of an effort to keep in touch as I should do. But we've been playing, you might notice my Twitter profile picture has changed to the Among Us guy. We've been playing Among Us once a week, and I know it sounds really stupid, but it's been one of my highlights of lockdown. It's like once a week, 8 PM, we play for about 2.5 hours, and it's just great banter. You know, we have a Discord chat, and it's really, really great fun. Yeah, that's probably my favourite memory, you know, just knowing that, you know, once a week we just chat, we just talk rubbish, and, oh, that was a golden chance for Joe there. He got ahead of his man, just couldn't keep it down. We talk rubbish, it's great banter, it's so much fun. Yeah, I think the Among Us games once a week have been probably my best memories. It's hard to actually have a proper one, because obviously barely anything's been going on. But yeah, getting back in touch with some old friends, playing Among Us once a week, that's a lot of fun, and yeah, I've really enjoyed that as well. Risky. Played that almost perfectly. Great, that was brilliant. Did not dive in with Omar. Batman. What a save again! Bernardoni. My baloney. I don't know why I just said that. Well, he's been massive. Hands like oven mitts. I can't beat him. Oven mitts? Next question comes from DM. He says, previously you experimented with different types of content. Would you again? And if so, what would it be? Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to start doing... oh, big header. I'd love to start doing different types, but... I'm going to shoot with Tamori, am I? Oh, I think Kelmer was on there. I think he was on. Oh, Oh, Charles. Perez was on there. I just tried to force it too quickly. Shocking ball by Charles. Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to. Like, to me, this is my niche. I think this is my niche, to be honest. It's amazing we conceded 4 goals in the game, and yet both goalkeepers are probably contenders for man of the match. Yeah, I feel this is my niche. You know, post commentary, RTG type career mode saves. But I do like doing different things every now and then. I don't know what, you know. First of all, getting the time is so hard, but I don't know what exactly I'd. Surely. Yes! Season 1 OG! Charlie! Sent him to France as a boy, returned as a man. 6 years later, Champions League final, possible winning goal. One extra pass, just kept looking for it from left to right. Eze to count, what a touch, gets away, and the finish to match. Bernardoni finally beaten for a third. Is that the goal that wins us the Champions League? I should bloody well hope so. Get in. You know, I'd like to do, going away from video games, I've always wanted to do vlogs. I've always felt as though, like, that's the one thing in, like, you know, my channel's history, if you would. I would have liked to have done more of at times. Cause I have done a couple here and there, so like more like football chat ones, but I would have liked to have done more. You know, this is going to be a very candid thing to say, but I have always thought if I ever gave up playing video games for this channel, that I would like to transition and become a full-time vlogger. I really like vloggers. Like, they're my favourite types of content creators to watch. There are quite a few that I watch on a regular basis. Of course, you know one of them. Come on, the boys! Ben Foster, the cycling GK. I'd love to do that. I would love to do that, but I just don't know if I've got the personality. I don't know if I've got the charisma. Maybe one day in the future I will. Do you know what? I'll be honest here. I would like to. In the future, I would really like to transition and become a full-time vlogger. And you know what? That is a goal of mine. That is a goal of mine to one day transition from gaming entertainer to full-time vlogger, and maybe one day I will. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And the next question comes from Masroor Ahmed, and he says, in the QPR career, oh, what a question for right now. And I don't know what the answer is, and I won't know for the next 15 in-game minutes. In the QPR career, are you going to switch teams when you eventually win the Champions League, or going to end the series there? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, possibly, maybe. I'm a firm believer in always leave them wanting more. So I'd probably lean towards ending altogether. But I love some of the wonder kids in this save. The Bull is amazing. I really like Cameron, Eze. I mean, there's so many, Big Josh, so many great ones. But, oh, what a touch. Oh, Freddie's been massive tonight. I don't know. To answer the question, I don't know. And Jack says, how did you get a PS5? Did you buy it from a scalper? No, I was really lucky. I was really lucky. So basically back in, I think it was November. No, it wasn't. It was September or October, I think. Do you remember when Sony did like the launch, not launch event, but the event where they released all the details on it? And I'm not, it's ironic being like a gamer YouTuber, because I'm not actually like massively like a, you know, into the gaming scene. But Sony did an event where they released all the details about it, how much it was going to cost, when it will be released, so on and so forth. And do you remember, after the event, Sony said, don't worry about staying up tonight. We're not going to be selling PS5s at midnight. No retailers will be stocking any, so go to bed. You won't have any available. And yeah, we'll let you know in due time when PS5 start stocking. And of course that turned out to be a complete lie, because they stocked at midnight in many retailers. I stayed up just on the off chance that they would start stocking, and luckily I went on to game at like 5 past midnight. Oh, what a ball! Oh, I thought I was in, side netting. I went on to game at like 5 past midnight, just on the off chance that they were actually stocking them, and they were, and I was just like, oh my word, seriously? I've got a chance to buy a PS5 right now? So I quickly checked out, and everything went through, and then of course, I think it was like 20-25 minutes later, they were all sold out on Game and Smith's Toys and wherever else. I was incredibly lucky. I just stayed up just on the off chance, that 10% chance that possibly, just possibly, they will start stocking them to buy at midnight. And I was incredibly lucky. Incredibly lucky. And Aaron says, What age did you start your addiction with drugs and what made you give them up? Also, best CM YouTuber out there. Keep it up. Oh, thanks, Aaron. I think the age I sort of like lost it, if you will, and sort of lost control was probably like 22, 23 maybe. When I... Oh, no. No! What a game. What a game. And why are they taking him off? Why are they bringing him on? Why are they doing that? That's why. Jinx. Brilliant finish. Absolutely brilliant. Freddie's been class all night. 5 minutes to go in the Champions League final. Your team's trailing by 1. What do? Cheeky chip into the back of the net. What a final. What a game. And I'm going to lose it on the shootout. I think I was about 22, 23 when I just totally fell off the deep end. When I first started, it was like, I never really felt like, I always felt I was totally in control. It was just like a little pick-me-up, if you will. But, you know, when I got to that age, it was like what had become like a nice little treat on the weekend. Or, you know, something to enhance a night out, if you will, became like daily, that's a foul every day of the week. Became like daily problems. Can I make another sub? What? I thought I was going to be out of subs. I thought 1, 2, 3. Oh no, of course you got 4. I don't really want to take Eze off, to be honest, but if I can get Diangana on, just for those final seconds. He's got a much worse penalty stat though. It's going to go to penalties now, isn't it? So I might as well just go for this. I might as well just literally just go for this, because like Bayern aren't going to get another chance. So I might as well just absolutely just totally go for this. If I swap those two around, because we'd have one more attack. Oh, I can't push him off even further. We'd have one more attack. Yeah, that makes a lot of difference, mate. Well done. We'll have one more attack, so I might as well just go for it. Bayern won't get another chance, and I might as well just make that change there just to go for one late winner, because you only got a minute to go. Sorry, Aaron. God, I'm really going off on rambles today. Classic Doc's live commenting, right? Yeah, what was like a nice treat on the weekend became like a daily sort of problem for me, and yeah, I realised then I was sort of beginning to lose the battle a little bit. Come on, away we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. One late chance, one late chance, one late chance. Perez, get a move on, Tom. Away you go. Away you go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh. Oh. One extra pass. I thought I'd done it again. Just like our third goal, I thought I'd just won the game. Oh, there is no way I'm scoring enough penalties against him tonight. Go on, Grady again. Oh, that's it. It's over. It's over. It's over. He's claimed it. Oh, God. I thought I just won it in the last second. Yeah, I'd say like 22, 23. And what made me give them up was, it's not inspiring or anything. I actually told this story, funny enough, to someone I'm sort of part-time seeing at the moment. It was November 2019, and I remember you know, so I live in a house share, and I went out, like I'd never like smoked weed in the house. It wouldn't be fair on my housemate. So what I did was I'd like go for a walk and then come back after I'd smoked, and I'm not gonna win this. So I'd go for a walk and I'd smoke and I'd come back, and there was one night where I just came back and I was just like, oh no! You Freddy! And I came back and trying to tell a really iconic, life-changing story. while taking penalties. I came back and I remember I wasn't feeling 1-1. I wasn't feeling like I normally do. That temporary high, that relaxation, that forget about the stressful feeling you're having right now, just calm yourself down. You know, I didn't feel that. It was more like, what am I doing? I'm better than this. And I looked. Oh, it's over. I looked at my my YouTube plaque and I was like, I'm so much better than what I'm doing right now. I'm so much better than this. And I remember thinking, like, you know, why am I... What a save, Freddie. Why am I taking these drugs? I don't need them. I don't need them. I'm better than this. And I don't need them. Oh my god, if Grady scores this, it'll be the greatest substitution of all time. Back from the break to win it. Redemption after last year's choke against Brighton. Freddie Woodman. I don't think I've ever seen that animation before. Shovels it away. And QPR have won the Champions League on penalties. Oh. Oh my, that's one of the greatest finals I've ever played. If not the greatest, you know? If not the greatest. Oh, when I missed that penalty with Charles, I thought it's over. I can't believe it. He single-handedly got us back in the game by scoring a penalty, then got the assist for the goal to get in front. Then Bayern's... Oh, what a game. And it's Joe Gomez who lifts the trophy because of Andy's injury. And despite how significant and serious it looked, he's still jumping around on the left-hand side like he's not even hurt. Brilliant. Oh. I don't think I can get better than that. That is without question one of the best finals I've ever played, and we have played many of them. Joe Gomez, club record signing, lifts the Champions League as temporary captain after a 6-goal thrilling final and a penalty shootout to remember as well. I couldn't believe it when I missed with Charles, and I know what you guys are thinking as well, because obviously in a few of my old saves, there was two. There was one, my sort of like OG Sunderland save, one of the long-term saves. Marcano, possibly the OG cult hero, scored the winning penalty in the Champions League final shootout to win the save. A year later, Brian Carrasco does the same thing with Millwall. So I know what you're all thinking there. Oh, the ball's going to bang this in top bins, then he'll say the next one. When he missed it, I was thinking, oh God, I've blown it. I've lost the Champions League final. And then Freddie Woodman makes 2 saves in a row. And Grady Diangana, did he even touch the ball before the penalty shootout? Was that his first kick in the final? Legendary, baby. Legendary. Oh. What a final. What an ending. And you know, Majra Ahmed, who asked the question earlier, are you going to end the series there? My mind's made up now. I can't have a better ending than what we've just seen. Unbelievable. I think that is probably the best Champions League final I've ever had. And do you know what? I think every single player for both Bayern and QPR deserve to drink champagne. Whilst for Bayern it will be a consolation glass, for QPR it will be celebratory. Everyone had an absolutely fantastic performance. Even the bully missed a penalty, the goal and the assist. He took 6 shots in the game, and bloody Bernardoni was just on fire throughout. Oh my word. Freddie Wood, do you know what though? If there's one official man of the match, it's our number one. Freddie Woodman for those penalty saves, and he made some massive ones during the game as well. Unreal, and I'm out of breath. Unreal, and that's it. I can't improve on that. I can't get better than that. That is one of the greatest ways to end a series. A 6-goal thriller and an amazing penalty shootout. We came back from the brink to win it. Redemption after last year's FA Cup final. My word, that was incredible.
Just a minute of your time.
What a way to end the series. Unbelievable. So yeah, I think to me it was that. It was like a really, it's a moment I'll never forget it. Like it was like November, early November, and I really think I'm better than this. Like I'm better than this. Like I really am. I was coming back and thinking, come on, mate. Seriously, like you compare yourself to like, you know, inspirational people. You compare yourself to people. You compare yourself to those people out there that are, you know, noteworthy for positive reasons. And you know, this is what your life's become. Like seriously, like you used to rent a really posh flat in the city centre. You're doing really well for yourself. You know, you were just on top of things, and now you know you're in like a really, you know, a box room, a tiny little room in a house share in the suburbs, and you can barely afford to pay your bills, and this is what you get up to. Like, come on, mate, you're better than this. And it really was. It was one of those moments where it was like, it wasn't like a long-term thing where like over a course of many weeks, months, and years, I was just sort of like phasing myself out. No, I was just like, no. It just hit me. It just suddenly hit me. And it was when I looked at my YouTube plaque. I just came in to my room, locked the door, and looked at that plaque, and I was just like, I'm so much better than this. This is embarrassing. Like, I'm so much better than this. How bad was the Andy injury, by the way? Oh, it was the ACL. He was jumping around. He was jumping around with an ACL. That's brilliant. He was celebrating through the pain. Oh my word. Yeah, I was like, I'm better than this, and I just quit that night. I just threw everything in the bin. I didn't have any coke on me, and I used to do quite a bit of cat as well. I didn't have any of that stuff on me. I just had weed, and I got my box out. I had like a little box. Every stoner's got a stoner box. I had one myself, and I just got it. I got my pieces. I got whatever bud I had left, and just threw it all in the bin. I was like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm finished. This is ridiculous. I'm so much better than this. And I never looked back. And don't get me wrong, it was difficult at first. The first few months were incredibly difficult. I had serious withdrawal symptoms. But I knew, I know my character. I know who I am. I know that I'm good enough to do better, to be better, and be stronger. And I knew that I would be able to quit if I really put my mind to it, and I did. And I just never looked back. And I have made a promise that I will not take them again ever. So long as I manage to achieve what I want, of course, because that's what they were for the most part. It was like the muse or the device to cope with the pain of disappointing myself and people around me and the failure I feel. That's why I started taking them. Like I often say, like some people that get addicted, I wouldn't necessarily say it's not their fault, but for some people it's like an escape from previous trauma, or for some people it's high pressure, high expectation people that can't cope with, you know, failing expectations. I think I was definitely in that category, possibly a little bit of the former, but not quite as much, if I'm being truthfully honest. But I just felt like I was better. I just felt like I was better than what I was doing, and I never looked back. Next question. Next question comes from Daniel Mendez fan account. He says Blur or Oasis. Oh, it's not even a comparison. It's Oasis every day of the week. Every day of the week, it's Oasis. One of my favourite bands. Absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. So many amazing, iconic songs that I can know all the lyrics to. It's Oasis every day of the week. And the next question comes from BRFCZK. He says, "What's your favourite Simpsons episode, scene, or quote? Any of three will do." Favourite? It's so difficult because there's so many amazing ones. I don't know. I think my favourite episode would be there's two. There's when Homer goes to clown college, so funny, and I think my all-time favourite is Duff Gardens, where Selma takes Bart and Lisa to Duff Gardens when Homer gets ill from eating the sandwich. The first 10 minutes of that episode, and I mean this quite seriously, the first 10 minutes of that episode, every single scene makes me physically laugh out loud. It's a classic Simpsons, GOAT Simpsons, where again every single scene has at least one really funny moment. Charles, I'm gutted I missed the penalty with Charles, but it actually made it even better because of the drama, Freddie making those two saves. So I think Duff Gardens my favourite episode. Scene, quote, not too sure. Quote, possibly, scene, both I suppose. Scene, possibly when George Bush stays opposite the Simpsons. He's out jogging one morning, Homer's on a hammock. This always makes me laugh. And because I love Homer's inner monologue, and George Bush is jogging, Santa's little helper like sort of has his ears perks up and then goes jogging with them, and Homer goes, "I guess you might say he's barking up the wrong bush," and then in his head he goes, "There it is, Homer, the cleverest thing you ever said, and nobody heard it." It just always makes me laugh. His inner monologues are great, man. The back and forth he has with his brain. So class. So yeah, that's probably one of my favourites. And also there's an episode. It's not It's not a later season one, but it's a few seasons after I stopped watching regularly. There's one where he's committing insurance fraud for Mo because Mo needs money to pay for his girlfriend. Sorry, I've got to do this before I end the series. I'm a bit of a freak, as you guys know, with the OCD here, getting the lineup and the team management screen in order. Homer is going to steal Mo's car and destroy it for insurance fraud. And there's a scene, I'll leave a link to it in the description as well, when he's eating dinner with his family, and he's like dressed in all black, like he's just dressed in all black, even though he's not going out straight away, and he just Marge, he's looking really suspicious, and Marge just goes, "Why all the black?" Because he's dressed like a criminal, and Homer goes, "Well, why all the hair? Why all the pearls? Why anything?" And Lisa goes, "You look a little nervous, Dad." "No, you look a little nervous, Lisa." And then when Bart questions him finally, "You're up to something, aren't you?" And he goes, "No, of course not." Stands up and just goes, "I'm just going out to commit certain deeds." And he just walks off and goes, "Suckers," under his breath. Like, it's just the least, like, it's just classic Homer. Like, there's no need for that level of stupidity, and he can't mask it at all. It's brilliant. But The Simpsons is like, I've been discussing this with the person I'm sort of low-key seeing at the moment. Like, it's to me, it's the GOAT show. I've watched other shows which I love, don't get me wrong, Family Guy, American Dad. As you'll be able to tell by this, I've got a thing for cartoons. BoJack Horseman, of course. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Community, I've got to be honest, tailed off a little bit. It was streets ahead at first, but then it sort of tailed off a little bit for me. But yeah, I think The Simpsons for me will always be GOATed. Just because the first like 7-8 seasons are just like pure peak comedy. It's just unreal. Like, it's just absolutely amazing. And there's so many iconic episodes, man. And I spent way too long on that question, sorry. But yeah, I love The Simpsons, man. What can I say? Well, let me just do this one more quickly as well. I'm a bit OCD about this sort of stuff, as you can tell. So what a final team we ended up with QPR. I'm gutted that the ball didn't hit 90 in the end, but what I will say is this. He would have done, had he not had that 2-month injury during the season. Had he not had that, he would have hit 90 for sure. So I'm gutted he didn't, but that's just due to the injuries he had. He always had one serious one throughout the course of the series, every single season, but really, really, really amazing team we leave QPR with. Absolutely amazing. This is one of my favourite teams to build. Absolutely loved it. So much fun. The progression, the development of so many players. The youth players, in particular, of course, the Bull, Cameron Wilkinson. Big Josh would have come back 81 overall. So much fun, man. Love this save to pieces. But always leave them wanting more. I'm a big believer of that. Always leave them wanting more. Let's take a look at the other leagues. The FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Europa League before we end the episode. What an episode this has been, man. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And what a great way to end the series with this question as well. Adam says, what are your post-QPR plans, Docs? Well, I've just started. Birmingham got to the Carabao Cup final. They beat Man City. They beat Arsenal. They beat Southampton. Who else they beat? I'm fascinated. Aston Villa in a derby. Southend. And they wouldn't have been in round one, would they? That's amazing. Birmingham, the Blues. Birmingham going. Oh, that was a terrible accent. I'm sorry. They went all the way to the final. They got thrashed, but still, of course, they won it back in 20 something. Beat Arsenal 2-1. That's amazing. So yeah, I've started my Cork to Glory series. Definitely. Oh wow, Brighton got to the semis of the Europa League. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. So after this thrilling episode, please go check out my Cork to Glory series opener, episode 1. It's going to be so much fun, man. So much fun indeed. And I know you guys are really going to enjoy it. Oh, Manchester United won a domestic double cup this year. Oh, Barnsley got to the semi-finals. I tell you, the lower league sides in the cups domestically this year do really, really well. But yeah, definitely check out Court to Glory. That's just started. And I will think about starting another sort of traditional career mode save at some point as well. Whether it can live up to this one, I'm not entirely sure, but what a way to bow out. And I think doing any more seasons would just ruin the magic of this save, because that ending was unbelievable, man. Absolutely unbelievable. And I'll answer a couple more questions just before we do end the series altogether, because I just don't want to say goodbye. I've loved this save so much. Joseph says, what happened to learning Portuguese? Someone else asked me this. Oh, Cree Lowry. Have you thought about retaking Portuguese classes again? Basically, as I said before, I booked my second course, but all the lessons went to online due to lockdown, and I couldn't learn a single thing. I honestly, man, why are Millwall always relegated when I show the championship table? Brilliant. So typical. Yeah, I said before, I sympathise with every single student right now, because learning online through Zoom meetings or whatever you do is just impossible. I couldn't learn anything. Podgy means possible. That's all I learned from my online lessons of Portuguese. I couldn't do it. When I was in the classroom, I learned a surprising amount. The fact, do you know what, funny enough, I met someone about 2 or 3 weeks ago now, Brazilian, and they spoke English, well, mostly, they spoke a decent amount of English, I should say, probably at intermediate level, so I could talk to them through the English language, but I wanted to test out my Portuguese with them, and I was doing pretty well, actually. I held quite a few conversations in Portuguese with them, and I actually thought I did really well, so I can still speak a little bit. And I said before, like, once the lockdowns are, oh wow, PSG did not win Ligue 1, that's incredible, Lyon won Ligue 1, I've never seen PSG not win it before, fascinating. Yeah, I said before, once lockdown's over and classrooms open up again, I probably will book some courses again, because I really enjoyed learning it last year. It's very difficult, it's very time consuming, but eu muito gosto estudar português. Does that make sense? I really like studying Portuguese. No, estudar. Estudar? Is that right? I think it is. That probably makes sense, just not grammatically. But I really enjoyed it. But again, online, I can't learn online. So right now, all classes are still online. As Inter won Serie A undefeated this year, whilst they're still online. I'm not doing any at the moment. Oh god, I've still got a few more questions. Jacob says, who's your favourite non-English player all time or current? Love your work, brother, keep it up. Thank you so much, Jacob. Oh, you're at Anfield there. Are you touching the oh yeah, you are. I know, it's Klopp. I thought that was you. It's Klopp touching the Anfield logo, Liverpool badge. Favourite non-English player? Ronaldinho, probably. Ronaldinho, just I mentioned before, like, I used to stay up to watch Brazilian games at times for Ronaldinho when he moved back there, because I just, players that have that gift of the game, the flair, the technique, the joy, the smile on his face. There's a clip, actually, when he went back to Flamengo, and I was in awe of it. Everyone knows Ronaldinho had so much skill and poise and composure, and his first touches were great. There's a clip of him when he was at Flamengo, when he just, like, in a pre-game warm, he booted the ball like a mile up in the air. He just controlled it and dragged it back. controlled it like just perfect first touch. When the ball dropped out of the sky, he did a 180 whilst the ball was in the sky, and he did like a little flip-flap elastico move and nutmeg the teammate. I'll see if I can find it on YouTube. It was class. Love Ronaldinho. And Goose says, do you think Rangers will win the league this season? Well, if they don't do it, it will be the greatest choke of all time. Even even worse of a choke than my FA Cup final choke last year. Fabio says a Celtic win the SPL in this year's game. Fabio says, have you been watching the NBA? How do you feel the league has been? How do you feel the league has coped with COVID? Really well, like really well. It's obviously a very difficult position for them to be in, but I think only announcing like the first 2/3 of the season for scheduling was a good idea, because they know games will need to be rescheduled due to postponements. There's been quite a lot of postponements, but they're taking it very seriously, and I think they've done a really good job with it. Although I haven't watched it as much as normal, just because I'm missing fans. I'm missing fans a lot, and yeah, it's a shame that fans still aren't allowed in at the moment, but I've been watching it, and I'm going to have to miss out some of these questions. I'm so sorry. Samosa Sterling says, will you make any collabs with anyone? I'd love to collab, but unfortunately I'll just never... I'm very shy, so I never ask people to collab with me, but if I had the right opportunity, then I definitely would. Omar says, would you ever do an NBA 2K series on the channel? Cheers from the United States. Love your content, loving the series. Oh, thanks so much, Omar. I really appreciate that, and love from the UK. I am terrible at NBA 2K. I'm just going to throw this out there right now. As much as I love basketball, I am so bad at 2K, it would be a laugh. Like, I'm so bad at it. It would not be enjoyable to watch. I am so bad. So, I like the idea of it, but I'm really bad at the game. And I've got a terrible accent as well. I don't think it will go down very well. It will be fun, but I'm trash at the game. Angus says, is FM21 coming to the channel? I'd love to do an FM save again, but unfortunately I need a new Mac before I start one, and I'm not in a financial position right now to buy one. So until I get a bit more money, I can never work out the MLS. Does it end in December? I think it does. But until I got enough money for a new computer, a new Mac, then unfortunately I won't be able to make FM videos. Hopefully one day I'll have enough, and I'm so sorry, but there are so many questions that I'm going to miss out on. Let me see if I can just do a couple more real quick. Khan/Chris says, favorite footballer from the 90s, if you don't have one, early 2000s. I'll have to say Ronaldinho, again, for the early 2000s. I love Beckham in his years at Manchester United, though. He also scored my favourite football goal of all time, his halfway line goal against Wimbledon. G. Spearsy says, which three teams do you think will be relegated from the Premier League? Hate to say it, but the three teams that are there right now, the Baggies, the Blades, and also Fulham as well, they're all three that are in holes right now, whilst Fulham do have the games in hand. I just don't think they're going to be able to dig themselves out of it. So now that I've said that, all three will probably stay up. I'm so sorry, but I'm running out of time. Jack, what are your Championship automatic predictions? Norwich to go up and get promoted again after their relegation last year. And also Brentford, Ivan Toney, right now as I'm recording this, leading the race in the race for the Golden Boot. Toney, the shocker, I love him, and I'd love to see Brentford finally get to the Premier League after so many years of trying. And of course, being a London club as well, that would be good to see. So yeah, not that I live in London, of course, but still, Brentford. I'm going Brentford and Norwich going up 2 and 1. And I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna have to miss the rest of these questions. Otherwise, I'll literally be here all night. So that is that then. It is over. Queen's Park Rangers have won the Champions League, retained the Premier League, and had the most incredible ending to the series we possibly could have hoped for. Absolutely unbelievable. I put everyone out of the academy in the first team, by the way, and it is over. Oh my word. What a series. What a series. And I don't want to say goodbye. I don't want to end it, but I am a firm believer in always leave them wanting more. 6 seasons, 2 Premier Leagues, 1 FA Cup, 1 Champions League, if you want the Championship playoff, if you will, back in Season 1. Incredible players coming out of the academy, some of which we never got to develop, but the Bull being the legend, the star, Big Andy, the club captain, 93 overall. Omar Richards, Jamal Lewis both getting to 90. Oh my word, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Whilst it only says league titles 1, as we know, it should say league titles 2. Oh my goodness. 316 games played. We won 176, we drew 69, and we lost 71, scoring 473 times and conceding 273. My oh my. What a series. I've got to end it there. I can't put it off forever. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. Perhaps the greatest season finale I've ever done. Perhaps the greatest Champions League final we've ever had. Perhaps the greatest ending we possibly could have dreamed of. It's been amazing. From me to you, Much love, sincerely. An incredible series, an incredible ending. I love you guys so much. I'm so grateful for your support, man. You mean the world to me. And thank you so, so much. And do you know what? Do you know what? If you could, if you've watched all this way, if you could, a comment for me. If you've watched all the way through, I used to do this back in the old days. If you could do this for me, please leave a comment if you watched all the way through. Time for Cork. Just do that, because now we're starting a Cork City series, going on to that now. The first episode I uploaded earlier. I'll leave a link in the description. Yeah, Time for Cork. Comment that if you've watched all the way through, so I know how many of you guys have stayed to the bitter end of what has been an incredible series. I love you guys so much. Thank you so, so much. You mean the world to me. Much love, sincerely, and what a series. What an ending. What a way to bow out. Much love, guys. Much love. It's over. It's over. Incredible. Incredible. Surely the GOAT ending. Incredible.